Hello everybody, Dokkan here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. It is time. The final of the Legion of Shadow Dragons, right? The final of the ECA showcases, because we did the Super ECA for Omega Shenron, that's in the channel. We also did the Sin Shenron, and now we're focusing our attention on the Legion of Shadow Dragons this time around. Let's see how these guys look, man. Very curious to see how these guys look. So this is an Ultimate Clash LR. So I know that a few people have been asking, where can you obtain this character? If you were able to tackle Ultimate Clash, the Part 2 one, you will be able to see that they give you a copy of this character. And then the rest of the units are obtainable via exchange on the treasure shop, on the Ultimate Clash shop section of the shop, basically. Of course, you would need to be able to get their medals through that as well, and it's what, 675,000 Ultimate Clash points in total in order for you to be able to get all the medals and things like that. So it's a pretty hefty price, especially for people who are starting new. So they're not going to be able to get these guys ECA'd immediately unless there's a lot of proper distribution of these medals being given out on these Ultimate Clash runs that we've been getting for Part 1 and Part 2, which I'm pretty sure they're not going to be enough. So at least you can be able to experience how to use them before ECA, because I don't know if you can be able to get all the medals if you were starting new, right? But for veteran players who have had this character already, this character came out in the game at around 2022, so it's a pretty old character for us, the veterans in the game. So yeah, so we got his 12 key here. Greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and lowers attack and defense. And then we also got the 18 key super. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and greatly lowers attack and defense with a high chance of stunning. Give me 1 second. I gotta take a phone call. All right, we're back. Sorry, I had to take that phone call real quick. So we're gonna check him out here. Let me just go into the event, because I don't like hearing Dan Dan playing in my ear constantly, and I'm not able to do anything about it. Oh my god! I mean, I love Dan Dan, but YouTube doesn't. I've been waiting on like Kensei to do the overlay for this, like Gogeta, like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and like Omega separately. I know that you guys have been quite annoyed, of course, by just me using the same overlay. So I'm just gonna swap it here real quick. Just a little bit of change of scenery, right? Just a different one comparison to the one that we have, right? Just so that we can have some variety here, because my goodness, we've been getting the same ones, right? I'm sorry about that. All right, so let's just wait until we get to the turn that we need to get. So let's go. let's do the thing that we need to do. I'm actually in the special battle just to get some variety in here, because I've been doing the many different events, right? And of course, so far they're not like extenuatingly difficult. I do want to like make sure to get some variety here and there, but you know, I'm pretty sure we can get smoked in here. I'm gonna put that stamp of guarantee here that we're gonna get just smacked. I haven't actually ran these guys in here, but I have a feeling. that that was gonna happen. All right, let's just do something else, I guess. All right, so we are here on the 22nd World Tournament stage here from the DB Saga Red Zone. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. I'm gonna take him into a really tough content. I'm gonna take him into a really tough event so we can see him in action in the meta that we have today. I'm looking at you, comment section. For some reason, there was somebody in my comments like, "Oh, you're not in the actual toughest content in the game, so he's bad." I was like, brother, first and foremost, relax. Calm them tits. All right. Second of all, I have something to discuss about that. Let's do it after this, right? So we're going to keep +4, attack and defense plus 177%. We're providing support for GT bosses, category key +3, attack and defense plus 40%. We're also getting attack and defense plus 30% and 7% damage reduction per GT bosses category ally or extreme class category ally, depending on which character, like which has more members, which of course GT bosses, we're running that team, so... when all allies are extreme class characters or GT bosses category characters, we're providing an additional 17% attack and defense support for the allies, and of course we're getting attack effective against all types. Whenever we're attacking with 12 or more key, we're getting that attack and defense plus 77%. Whenever we're attacking with 18 or more key, we're getting an additional attack and defense plus 77%. And we're getting chance of performing a critical hit plus 77%. When attacking with 24 key, so he's almost going to be guaranteed critting most of the time, right? If we do the 24 key super. When the target enemy is in attack down or defense down status, we're also getting an additional key +7 and attack plus 77%. I'm gonna see if we can go back over to the super type of the Divine Wrath of Mortal Will event, because there are sections in that event that you can be able to debuff the enemy. And over here we can't do that, unfortunately. So the reason why I mentioned what I had to mention, like, oh, we're not doing the toughest content in the game, what are you doing, man? Of course this unit can be pretty good on a pretty old event that is no longer meta or relevant. I had a comment like that, and it's like, first and foremost, you do know that if I take him into special battle, you do have to put him in certain slots, otherwise he's just getting destroyed. You can't do that on like stage 1, because stage 1, he's just gonna get obliterated because he gets locked, right? So 53 million. And in addition to that, special battle is the tier of really high difficulty that we have right now. That is the toughest content that we have in the game at the moment. We will have to resort to like either using items so we prevent ourselves from getting locked, or doing some other shenanigans in order for us to, you know, survive, because that has been like quite a bit of an issue when it comes to these fights. Most of these units are not going to be able to tank most of these attacks immediately. So this Legion of Shadow Dragons are only getting like 35% damage reduction, because the whole team, when all allies are extreme class characters, we're getting that extra like 7% damage reduction. So if we count, we have at least 35% damage reduction, so that can help us out, but it's not enough. We also could have, you know, the game not messing me up sometimes, and we can have the Dokkan Fest Omega Shenron alongside the Legion of Shadow Dragons, so that way we can, whenever we do our domain, we not only get the extra support from the domain, but we can capture that rainbow key sphere that we need to capture in order for us to provide that extra support that he gives. Extra defenses, extra damage reduction, things like that. It's fine and all, but most of these units are not gonna tank all these like super attacks from the enemy. So I'm gonna take him into the Divine Wrath Immortal Will event, the super like boss rush, the super class version, and we'll see how it goes. That is the like another thing that I can do is just take him into the one of these like tougher stages, because you guys saw me just taking these guys into like stage 2 of the special battle, and we all know what happened. We got shredded there. This guy also spawned on like turn 7, so that was pretty ridiculous. So we have most of his links active here. We're at 814k. So let me, what do I do? Do I put him to the test? Do we want to put him into the test? Do we see things happening here? Legendary power is an additional attack, so yeah, okay. So let's do this, because he's about to die. We can get that extra attack power here. So we do need to hit the 24 key super here in order for us to basically guarantee crit. And we're also going to be getting the extra attack and defenses there. We're going to heal up a little bit. Always good to heal. And do that. Alright. If you don't tank this, apparently you suck. You did. 48 million here. You know, I've been told that if you don't take these guys in like the toughest content in the game, then, you know, he sucks, right? Let me see how much damage does this TN do, by the way. Let me just confirm. Let me not pull numbers out of my ass. Alright? Because apparently, if you're salty to me, I'm going to be salty to you back. I'm sorry. That's how it goes. TN. How much damage do you do, sir? Oh, 3.3 million on your super attack. Oh, interesting. 3.3 million. So if you tell me that if we took 500k from a 3 million super before attacking, that's bad. Got it. Good to know. All right, so we're here. I actually do not expect us to survive if he immediately opens up with a super attack here. But let's test things out. Let's see how it goes. Because this is how they want us to do this thing, right? Want us to go into the toughest events in the game. That's how they want us to do, right? Actually, yeah, I'm getting some extra links with the super ECA, so we're gonna keep them here. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we're dead. I can guarantee us the KO if we get the super attack immediately, which we are not because Dodge is king. 53 million. Pretty good. How much is his super attack? So that Goku's super is 2.025 million. So 2 million. A pretty hefty super attack. And then we got 54 million. Yeah, Goku got obliterated here. It doesn't seem like it, man. We're tossing out like 54 million like attack stats there. This is his first turn. Let me just keep them all together here. So we can do this. We get the damage reduction support, which is what I wanted to show on the main showcase here. Now, this is the first turn for this guy. So we're technically getting his 90% damage reduction. So 40, 20, and 20, that's 80, plus the 10%. Yeah, it's... yeah. Almost 100% damage reduction. So we're not getting touched here, boys. I think we're good. I think we are very good. Well, let's see, because again, people on social media or here on the comment section as well are telling me that I had to go in like a really tough event in order for me to show off these guys. Also, 72 million, you behemoth. All right, Now we're going up against Big Kahuna Daddy. The only way that this can go off in a very bad way is if we get supered. If we get supered immediately, which again, most of these events love, and I mean love to do. They love to do this. They adore supering me on slot 1 immediately. We could die, but let's do this right here. We should have most of our links active here, if not all of them. Okay, Nightmare. We're missing Nightmare here. It's an extra 15% attack. There's not a singular Shenron or Shadow Dragon that has that link. It's interesting. Why don't these have that link? I have Fear and Faith. Why don't they have Nightmare? Let's do that, and let's do this right here. Keep in mind, 40% attack support. We're providing extra defensive support here. We got the domain up. We got a lot of support. We got a lot of juice here for our boy Sin, or Legion of Shadow Dragons here. This is my 55% Omega, and he's tossing a 67 million attack stat. I want dupes of this man so bad. Alright, we're getting his attack lowered here already. Again, organically, the STR Sin Shenron, STR Omega, sorry, is already debuffing him. 40% attack. 63? Was that 63 or 64? 64 million. Can we get the additional normal? It's completely fine, man. And double-digit tanking. But that's a lot. Oh my god, bro. 74! 74! Yep, he's pretty dang good. All of these guys are so super good. Again, this is relevant content. We are taking these guys on relevant content. I don't want to hear no snarky comments saying that, oh, we didn't take them on the toughest content because you took them into a non-relevant meta, non-changing event. Alright. But he's good. He's very, very good. These guys are very, very good. Very, very good. Spectacular. Oh, awe-struckingly devils. That's what they are. These are devils. I mean, the Legion of Shadow Dragons, again, we're getting that extra support here because they're supporting the team. 40% attack and defense, the extra 3 key, which is good. Of course, they themselves are doing damage too. We had that section there on Vegito where he was attack lowered and defense lowered, so we were able to get that extra key, the extra attack buff there. So we had everything from his passive up during that turn because we were fighting Vegito, a unit that can be attack lowered. We have an active skill that we need to play, and it's the Shadow Dragons' Awakening. We'll be able to play this, of course, if we don't die here, because I think that sort of how Trunks, of course. Dodge. Lovely! I get so lucky with Trunks and not getting super attack, or whenever he does super, he supers the units that really don't freaking need to get supered. I love it. I love to see that. Alright, I'll be right back just to show you guys the active skill. Alright, we'll play this out while I'm also talking about the active skill, because I don't think it's too important to show it, but I guess for the camera, if we can, just be able to see it. The active skill can be activated starting from the 7th turn from the start of the battle. Of course, it's not fun just staying here for like 7 turns, considering that this fight with this team goes down like paper mache. Can you freaking dodge for once, buddy? Can you do that for us by any chance? I love how we get supered as soon as we get to that final portion, we get super, because that's what the game gives me. The game said, you want to live? You? Nah. And we got destroyed. So, I did want to show that turn, but unfortunately we couldn't see it because Omega is just too strong. And he obliterated the... He obliterated our boy here, so... What can I say? What can I tell you? You know, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. The only thing that, you know, his active skill and condition and stuff like that, he gets an extra 7 ki, and then he debuffs the enemy by 30% for 1 turn. Which, of course, on certain scenarios, you could see that. We can be able to debuff the enemy, and it's going to be pretty good. However, I don't think it's quite often that we get to see that we could be able to debuff the enemy. So, yeah, man. But, want to see it. Alright, want to try to see that active. 58. Bye. Yeah. Let me pause here now, actually, just show the active skill animation. Alright, so we don't have the domain active anymore, but we will be able to get a shot at the active skill for the the Legion of Shadow Dragon, sorry. I guess we can do this as well, why not? Yeah, of course, on fights like this, it's not a lot that you're going to gain from that. You're gaining extra ki, which is helpful because at 24 ki, you're going to be able to get that extra ability to do more crits and things like that. But this character as a whole is going to be living at 24 ki constantly. Due to the team composition, the links that we have, we're always going to be at 24 ki. So we're going to be looking pretty good, regardless of how he looks right here with getting that active skill. But, you know, they don't change active skill effects, I believe, after EZA. So we'll take it, I guess. So let's see how he looks here. 34, we don't have the domain ability, we don't have support on the rotation, so we're getting defensive support though. We're not getting offensive support. So, I mean, we're looking still pretty good, right? I know we also need to get some attack debuffs coming in from him against the enemy in order for us to get some buffs. Well, not that. Never mind. That's for other that's for other stuff. Right? No, well, yeah, no, he does need to get attack debuffed or defense debuff in order for us to get some additional attack. But, I mean, he looks good. Nice little addition to this team, especially when it comes down to... Oh, wow, you didn't do that the last time. Especially when it comes down to units like these, where they help the team ever so gracefully, right? So, it's nice to have that there. Alright, please... I'm pretty sure this is not going to do a nothing. It's funny. I got that KO spring once, and that was it. I don't think we're ever gonna see that. Alright, I mean, let's finish out the fight here, and I think we have a good little assessment that we can do for our boy, the Legion of Shadow Dragons. Pretty good. A nice little addition to this team, especially due to the fact that, like, if you want to complete, like, a full GT bosses setup, things like that, this is a nice little option that you have here. The Sin Shenron works really well. The side banner unit, the STR Super ECA Omega Shenron can work as a nice little floater just to give that extra support to the team. Of course, the double Omega is running around, and then of course adding into the team. Like if you would want to replace that STR Nova, you can use Baby because he's still like pretty good because of his time limited buffs. He's still very helpful to add into the team. And then of course you do have this guy right here, this Carnival Omega, which making a resurgence, I guess we can call it that. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the Legion of Shadow Dragons. They are looking very solid, I would say that. Looking pretty spiffy, pretty good. These are units that, of course, if you're not a veteran player and are thinking to pick up a copy of them with the the Ultimate Clash points, because you do have to do Ultimate Clash quite a lot in order for you to be able to get the character as a whole, then I would suggest going for it. You will take a little bit to try to get the medals because it's a lot of like Ultimate Clash medals that you need in order for you to exchange for those ECA medals. But he looks good. I like him. It's a nice little extra addition to the team. Legion of Shadow Dragons. They look pretty good. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of these guys. Again, they're ECAs. Pretty strong help for the team itself. That's an extra support that you can have on the team, and pretty big damage too. They are able to get to 50+ million attack stats there, so pretty nice. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, check the links down below, get yourself some gamer subs, 10% off if you use code Rodokun, and I hope to see you guys all in the next one.